Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to you all a little bit about what to keep in your emergency kit. There's a lot of things in my emergency kit that you it's not going to be so easy to find. Some of my stuff come from a vet, and also there's going to be a lot of things that's coming off the shelf come June. That's another thing I wanted to talk to you all about. LA200 is one of those. Antibiotics in particular. They're trying to crack down on a lot of the antibiotic resistance. Personally, don't think that's what it is, but anyway, the LA200 is one of the antibiotics coming off, as I said, and penicillin. So I believe amoxicillin is going to be on that list as well. I'm not so sure about Corid at the moment. I need to find out. Ivermectin, stuff like that, should stay on the shelf since it's a parasite thing. But anyway, I'll talk to you a little bit about what I have in mind and what you all may want to try to get together before June. All right, so start out here on this side. Big mess here. So, all right, I have needles and syringes. These actually you can get at Walmart. These at the if they'll sell them to you, but in the pharmacy section, and they're only a quarter a piece. Comes with a needle and a syringe. I'm going to try to go through this pretty quick because I have a lot of stuff here. These you can get at TSC, of course. They're 16 gauge. It's recommended for 24 to 26 gauge on poultry, but it depends also, too, on your medicine because some of it's so thick that it don't really want to pull through it. But that's that stuff. And then I have saddles, of course. These don't have, for anybody that don't know, maybe a new chicken mom or something, but these protect your hen's feathers. Some of them will get, if the roosters are mounting them too much, it'll make them bald on their back or on their wings. I didn't know. I actually ordered these before, when I first become a chicken mom. These don't have to protect the wings. So they make them where they have like a thing here across to protect the wings as well. I had to order one of those. I've only had to order one though, and she's got it on right now. So there's those. And that's actually a homemade crop holder is what those are because I have a hen who has issues. That was made out of just sewing a patch together and then taking a brawl straps and sewing them crossways. All right, there's that. If y'all have any questions, you can also leave a comment down below and I'll try to answer the best I can. All right, here is a Manuka honey. This stuff's very expensive, but it will last a long time, and it is EBT friendly. It is for, it helps when you put it on bumblefoot or any kind of wounds or anything like that. Honey also promotes skin growth. Get down, baby. All right, and then there is tape. You want to keep that especially, but you can't get it too tight because I've seen so many people like cut circulation off. And I mean, I've seen chickens lose their toes over it. Okay, there is iodine. It's also good if you've got any wounds or anything like that. It's an antiseptic. Prid for like bumblefoot. This is supposed to help draw out the bubble. You put it on a gauze or something. You wrap the foot for a couple days, and it's supposed to bring it up to the skin. This little thing I got at I think Walgreens, and the little blades are interchangeable if you need it to cut something open. Tums, of course, for if you have an egg-bound hen or something, you want to give them extra calcium because it induces contractions and helps bring the egg down. Personally, I don't really use the Tums. If I need to, I'll use the calcium gluconate. It's also available at TSC. You can give this orally or injection, according to my vet. I have Golden Star Golden and Poultry Dust. It's good for what it does, but I personally just like putting like permethrin spray under their wings. I also spray the coop with it for mites or lice. All right. Spray bottle of hydrogen peroxide. It's really good. It's easy to use because it's in a spray bottle, plus you could just refill it. As far as the hydrogen peroxide goes, I do like using it, but I found out too that you don't want to use it too much because it won't let the skin like grow. It kills the skin cells. A&D ointment. I also use Vaseline for like scaly leg mites. Stool softener, I bought it once when I had a hen with an impaction. It's supposed to help dissolve the grass, but I don't really think it worked. All right, Safeguard dewormer. Give them like a pea-sized drop in the mouth. Repeat in a couple days. I think it's 7 days, I believe. Not exactly positive, I can't remember. But you can find that also at TSC. For roundworms, to treat roundworms or anything like that. Alright, these are just pills. I'll show you the other in a minute that was extra I had. Okay, I have Immune Glow, which is really good. It's a daily water additive. You change it every day. I only use it like if my babies are starting to get sick or something. Probiotics, also good to have on hand. Save a Chick electrolytes as well. I don't have any right now. Triple antibiotic, you can use it, but only use the original. Don't use the one with pain relief. Selenium vitamin E gel is for like if you have a chicken with Ronic, they need selenium and vitamin E. You can also use Rooster Boosters. Speaking of that, I'm not so sure where mine's at, but that's a good poultry cell is what I meant. It's made by Rooster Booster. That's good to have in your kit as well. I have a hen who every now and then her head will start going a little sideways. She had Ronic when she was a baby. I just give her some, and a few days later, well, I give it to her every day. In a few days, she starts going back right. So I think it's a genetic issue. This is Enroflaxin. It's an antibiotic too. I bought it a long time ago. They may not even be good anymore. I wasn't really sure about it. Where I got it from, it doesn't even say. It says one tablet daily for 5 days, but it doesn't even say how many milligrams they are. So it's supposed to be Baytril. Who knows if it's real? It even says you're not supposed to be using it for like a hen that lays eggs, so I'm not sure. Anyway, all right, so VetRx. A lot of people recommend using it for a lot of stuff for respiratory, but it's good at what it does. It's very good at what it does, but it's only to ease the symptoms of like nasal discharge, you know, when you're sick, kind of like Vicks. But it is really good at what it does. And I believe you're supposed to warm it up. B complex, B12. This is kind of good, like if you've got a sluggish hen, if she's been sick. I do like to add that. It gives them a little bit of energy. But that was before I got this. It's a vitamin B complex. This would probably be better for that. But also got this because we've saved a few cats that's been pretty malnourished and almost dead, and this has helped bring them back. But that's good to have on hand for any situation, honestly. All right, so now you got Vetricin. It is an antimicrobial poultry care spray. It's for wounds, for any kind of wounds like that. It even says vent prolapse on it. I personally never had to deal with egg bound or vent prolapse, but I know a little bit about it. That's just from, you know, things that I've read. I like to have a lot of research on hand and in my mind just in case I have to deal with something. All right, so Colloidal Silver. Not really sure what to think about it either. People swear by it, but I really never had much luck with it. People make it. Somebody at a swap that I went to made this one. So I'm not sure how good it is, honestly. I don't even know how long the shelf life is on it. All right, this little syringe, I have to show you all. If anybody is a chicken person, you should always keep one in your purse. Just in case you're at TSC or anything and see a chick that, you know how we all are. You see a chick that's not doing so good and you try to rescue it. But this little thing here, it's so small that you can stick their beak in it and not have to. You could just push a little drop of water up, stick it to their beak, and they drink it on their own. You remove it, push a little drop of water up, put it on their beak, and they'll drink it on their own, and continue to do that. And honey water, I've saved a few with honey water, but that's the best little syringe. All right, I have this little thing that's come in handy. It's got a lot of different things in it, tweezers and whatnot. Okay, so Pantrix here is for treatment. Carnidazole, it was for treatment in like canker. That works very well for canker. You can also use metronidazole for canker, which I have. I have some that come from a vet. Then I also have these, which is Aquazole. It's actually for fish. But when you look at the ingredients, the only ingredient is metronidazole, 250 milligrams. So you can use that too. You can also use this for sour crop. I did not know that. My vet told me that. All right. Another fish thing is an Aquamox. It's amoxicillin. You can get both of these online right now. These are, I don't know about the Aquazole, but the Aquamox will be pulled from the shelves. This also, let me see here, amoxicillin, the only ingredient, 250 milligrams. Very, very good to have on hand. All right, we got Talon 50 injection. I never really used much of this because I heard it was really good, but it took a long time to get it. And in the meantime, when I was receiving it, I found out about LA200. But anyway, by the time I received it, it was expired like in 2 months. So I think I've used it once or maybe twice, but I don't even know if it's still good. But I didn't like it because you had to do like 2 injections a day and for like 5 to 7 days. So I never really used it. Okay, here is the LA200, and it's good stuff. This is another thing. Oh, and the Talon 50, it will be pulled from the shelves. Liquamycin LA200, you can get at TSC or your local farm supply right now. You will now have to go to a vet to get it in come June. But so if I was you, this could save your hen's life. I would pick up a couple bottles if you're able. I wouldn't wait till the last minute because they're probably going to be wiped out. But it's very good to have on hand. Respiratory. I've also heard of people saving chickens with, I believe, periodontitis, or no, not periodontitis, sorry, salpingitis. They've used it, and I believe that's what saved one of mine that had an egg break inside of her as well, along with other treatments, of course. These are vitamins and electrolytes for poultry. I think it's kind of the same thing as the probiotic and the electrolytes. But I do like to have this on hand because if I need to put them in one of my little waters, I can. If I need to put this in the big water for all of them, I can. And I have Pick No More. And this is mainly for my turkey because my chickens like to peck his butt. So it does work good at what it does. All right, so I have these two, which are the same thing. This is, this come from a vet, LS50. Yeah, both of these came from a vet. So it's really good to have if you can get a vet to prescribe it to you, or if you have a local vet, that would work out really well. All right, and even if they're not sick, I mean, see if you can get them to prescribe it to you. All right, I also have Flagyl and metronidazole. Flagyl is for yeast infection. That also has to come from a vet. I also have Monistat 3 suppositories. The Monistat 3 you can cut into thirds, and it should be 9 pieces. You can give 2 pieces a day, one in the morning, one in the afternoon for like sauerkraut. and that usually works pretty well. Don't get the cream. They say something's in the cream that you can't use. Alright, also, I have these gauze pads, but I usually don't use these kind. I like to use the non-stick ones because these, if you wrap their foot or something, when you go to pull it off, it's going to pull the scab right back off. So, I recommend using the other. Alright, so, I also have Tylosin powder, which is, I got this at a local farm supply store. This is going to be pulled from the shelves as well. It is for respiratory, and it's pretty good stuff. I've used it several times. Acidified copper sulfate is, you can order it online. It helps with sauerkraut. You really got to watch how much you put in the water. And I also have Corid. That I'm not so sure if that will be pulled from the shelves or not. I don't really know if it is considered. It's not considered an antibiotic, so it shouldn't be. But I'm so confused on what, certain things, but I'm really upset about that too because mine have a respiratory issue that comes up here and there. So, pretty worried. But, let's see, what else do I have? The ivermectin, it's in the house. I use it for, like, worms and stuff too. You can put on them if you need to. Here's some of the things. If whoever. I also ordered, I have one now that I'm having to drain. She's got ascites. I use these. So I have those, and I also ordered these. I haven't used one of them yet. I just got them in the mail. I'm wanting to do a video on that too. But these little things, it's got butterflies and a needle on them where I can drain her. Alright, so I think that's about it. I believe so. Not sure if I'm missing anything or not. Alright, thank you all for watching. If y'all have any questions at all, feel free to ask in the comments. And I'll try my best to answer to the best of my knowledge. Alright, thanks you all.